came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams. A restless December, feeling I was meant for more than I believed. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I swear I meant to do this. I'm told that love would never lie. Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully aligned. But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in this place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I'm on my way.
Hello friends, welcome back to Hyper Games. My name is Joseph and here we are reacting to Summer Game Fest. It's that time of the year with the not E3 season. Kind of like a little bit not hyped for this year's event. Kind of because of what Geoff Keighley said recently, that we are not gonna have like big stuff. Maybe we have like some surprises still, but I don't know. I'm keeping my expectations low, so I'm not like disappointed by the end. But we'll see. I also kept my expectations low for the PlayStation State of Play, and I was really disappointed by the end. Even if I love Astro and a couple more things, but I didn't like the show overall. We'll see what happens. I've been mixed with Summer Game Fest throughout the years. I think it's a very long show for what we end up seeing here. It could be an amazing 1 hour show. I think 2 hours is too long. We are going for 2 hours again, so we'll see what happens. I'm also gonna be reacting to a bunch of stuff over the weekend. So we're gonna go straight Summer Game Fest, Day of the Devs. I thought Day of the Devs Day of the Devs was way better last year than Summer Game Fest. So I'm really more excited for that one. What else? After that, we're also gonna have Devolver Digital today. So we're gonna go reacting to all three on this stream. Tomorrow I'm also gonna do Future of Play, I think it is. Sunday gonna go with the Xbox and Call of Duty Showcase. We'll see what happens there, and Monday with the Ubisoft Forward. So yeah. Out of the stuff announced for this, well, there were some developments today. Like there was a leak about the fan favorite 2K game that was gonna be announced here, and first it was said that it was gonna be probably Borderlands 4, but today there was a leak that it's the Civilization 7, and I'm not particularly into that game, so I'm not looking forward to that. At least now we know that Borderlands 4 is probably not gonna be here. But I was really looking forward to seeing Borderlands 4, which we know it's in development. They said it when they acquired Gearbox a couple of months ago. But yeah, not Borderlands. There was like rumors that it could be the new BioShock these guys have been working on for a while. No BioShock either. So yeah, no Mafia. I think Mafia was like the long shot because those guys have been having some issues in the studio or something like that. They had some cuts, I believe. So yeah, Civilization 7 is supposedly the 2K game that they're gonna reveal here. It's probably it's. I think it's one of the. I think it's also a big game for 2K, and I believe fans like it. But yeah, I'm not into that kind of games. What else? We know that Sony is gonna have. The rumor said that they were gonna have a few games in plural games, but the one we know that it's probably gonna be here is the Lego Horizon Adventures. That one is it's gonna come out on both PS5 and PC. The first game they are doing day and date as a single player game, so we'll see about that. What else? Oh, the thing is. It's gonna be a single player game, but it also allows for co-op, and it also allows for crossplay between PS5 and PC. So the thing is that on PC you're gonna have to be logged into PSN to play, and that's gonna ban the game from around 170 countries with the whole thing they have been doing since Helldivers. What else? What else I saw about this? Oh, there's gonna be Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and I think I played a couple of the Budokai Tenkaichi games back on PS2, maybe 3. I don't remember. I think I believe I played one of those. The one that I really remember playing was Dragon Ball Final Bout, but I played that on arcade and then got it later on PS1. That's the Dragon Ball game that I played a lot when I was a kid. Budokai, I think I played it a couple of times, but I was not like huge into it. But kinda, this one looks nice. The new one that they are showing. What else? There's gonna be more Monster Hunter. Not particularly into Monster Hunter, but the showing that Capcom had at the State of Play was pretty good. What else? Monster Hunter. There were rumors that Capcom was gonna do a Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC. I have not started Dragon's Dogma. I need to play the first one because I didn't. They are probably not related in terms of story. I don't know, but I kind of wanted to play the first one because it's like it has a lot of fans. What else? I wish Capcom were announcing a Resident Evil game. Like the year feels so empty without a Resident Evil announcement. What else we're gonna see here? Let me check the. I think they tease a few more things on their Twitter account. Okay, let's see if they tease something else today. I haven't checked their account. They have a sale on the PlayStation Store. I think it has a couple of the things. I'm still salty that they do this days of play, and the discounts for PS Plus are pretty bad. And if you are a user already, you can only upgrade and you don't get a discount when you extend your subscription, which is what I would like to do, but they don't let you. What else they said they're gonna show here? Oh, there's an indie game that it's like from one of the creators of Silent Hill or something. I think the trailer came out earlier. I think it's this one, Splitterhead. Okay, we're about to start.
Keighley!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest 2024. You ready to see some video games? We are so thrilled to be here with you, and this is a showcase of what's next for games live from the YouTube Theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this show, first of all, welcome. I know everyone around the world is joining us for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play games, you deeply care about this art form and the health of this industry. The good news is that we have a lot of amazing games to show you from creators around the world over the next 2 hours. But let's also face it, this has been a tumultuous and difficult year with company layoffs and studio closures, which have disappointed all of us. But there's also something else happening. Our industry is evolving and changing. And thanks to digital distribution, smaller teams and new creators are finding incredible success. Take a look at this list from Game Discover of the top 10 best-selling new games on Steam so far this year. 2 of them are considered, big company games, but the other 8 come from indie, mid-sized teams or solo developers. I look at this list, it's pretty cool, right? And I get inspired that new ideas,
I play a lot of the first Hades, and I'm excited about the second one.
And will break through. It's a reminder to big companies.
I haven't played
that
on like
treat
early
their
access.
developers right, because today there are many paths to sustainability and success, and that's what makes this industry so great. And you'll see that reflected in the show today, because over the next 2 hours, we'll have big franchises on stage like Star Wars, Batman, and Harry Potter.
Murphy's Law right here.
We
just had
a few games made by single individuals and first-time creators that we invite to be part of this show, because we think this platform is important as a way to show you new things that you might not even know about. So when you see a game that piques your interest, please wishlist it, or even better, send it to a friend and get them excited. That's how we together can grow the gaming community. And we are going to do that today over the next 2 hours, as we have a lot of games to show you, plus Day of the Devs directly after with even more indie titles. So should we get to the games? All right, it all begins right now. Here's our first announcement.
Next.
Hey, look, this is a hot dog guy auditioning for the lead in unannounced action game.
We see you as more of a sidekick.
Oh, sure, I get that a lot, but check out my range. Okay. Rage! Empathy. Oh, hilarity! This guy! Strength! Hey, what game is this anyway?
Hey, neat costume.
There's the Lego Horizon.
Ooh, sandwich. Sorry, gotta go.
Who is that?
That hot dog guy is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, right in the eye. And cut fire attack.
A lonely hero, hunting machines all by herself.
Hello, I have friends, you know.
Let's do this!
Right, a friendly hero, hunting with her pals.
This is pretty much Forbidden West, like the
Hey, whose side are you on?
Exploring,
Wow, what is this place?
like the leaks were saying.
collecting all the shiny things,
Woohoo, money!
and making a home.
Aloy, the Thunderjaw's back!
Oh, right, the Thunderjaw. Ooh, that's a big one. Here we go. Down you go. Woo, better get a snack.
Looks pretty much like all the Lego games. But
I'm good.
I've played the Lego Marvel and Lego Batman games, and it's looks pretty much like that. Oh, it's coming to Switch and Steam as well. Okay, that the Switch, like we knew it was gonna come to PS5 and PC, but the Switch one is a surprise, man.
There you go. Wasn't that fun? That was Lego Horizon Adventures coming out later this year for PlayStation, but also day
Man,
one on
at that
PC
point, why
and
don't put it on
Nintendo
Xbox as
Switch.
well?
It's a playful, lighthearted story inspired by the world of Horizon, designed with two-player action in mind, supporting couch and online co-op. All right, now we're going to completely shift the tone to the next game from Torn Banner Studios, the developers behind Chivalry 2. For their next project, they are proud to announce No More Room in Hell 2, the sequel to the 2011 award-winning Source mod. 8 players start separate in the dark, and it's up to you to find your friends and survive with permadeath. Here is the first look.
What's this? Zombie game? Hey there, Gentian, how are you doing? No More Room in Hell, early access. Okay, this is for PC. I'm gonna do a
Coming
recap
this
of all the
Halloween. Looks
PlayStation
really,
stuff.
really intense. All right, to introduce our next game, please join me in welcoming someone who I've known for over a decade. She's been a huge fan of some of our reveals, like Street Fighter 6 a few years ago, and of course, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth last year. when she was sitting in the audience. Well, this year, she's joining us on stage.
I can't need a
Thrilled
new
to have her with us.
monitor. I
Please
have a
welcome
lot of
Curious
windows
Joy.
open and I don't know where to put them.
Thank you, Geoff. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here at Summer Game Fest. I'm here with you today to share some even more super fun trailers. So let's get straight to another world premiere. This is a highly anticipated game from a beloved franchise. Let's take a look.
As young witches and wizards, we all dream of soaring through the sky like our favorite heroes. When it comes to Quidditch, we've all
This is a
wondered, do I have what it
Quidditch
takes
live service
to be the
game
next
that
Quidditch
was
star?
probably they had like a beta or something like that.
To beat your toughest opponents? To keep your composure in the face of adversity? To chase your dreams at any price? To seek glory for your team? No challenge is too great. No dream is too big. So ask yourself, do you have what it takes? Do you have the heart of the Quidditch champion?
Yeah, Quidditch Champions, I think that was the name. It's coming for PCs? Okay, it's coming to everything. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch.
That's Harry Potter Quidditch Champions launching worldwide on September 3rd for consoles and PC. Now we move from the Potterverse to a brand new world. It hails from a single developer, Gavin Eisenbeis, up in Seattle, who has been making games all by himself for a decade. His last title, Choo Choo Charles, was a fan favorite, and he showed me this next game a few months ago, and I really wanted to debut it here. Get ready to backstab, race, or cooperate with up to 20 of your friends in Cuff Bust.
This is kind of like I don't know, you're all trying to escape the prison. Who's driving the helicopter? Brad Bikers from Resident Evil? What's going on? Lower a little bit here. Cuff Bust on PC.
That's a fun one, right? And remember, that's all made by one person. Congratulations, Gavin. So glad to have that on stage. All right, next one of this year's most anticipated games is Star Wars Outlaws, coming out on August 30th from Ubisoft and Lucasfilm Games. The
So we're
first
gonna see a little bit
Star
of
Wars
this
game
here
where you
and
live the life of a
more
scoundrel.
on
Monday
Ubisoft
at
Forward
12
on
p.m.
Monday.
Pacific, you'll get to see a full gameplay showcase during Ubisoft's Forward event, streaming as part of the continuing Summer Game Fest events. But right now, we've got an exclusive new glimpse at the game, just a small taste of what's to come.
A friend needs a little something stolen.
Let's raise the stakes, shall we?
Hold tight!
Looks pretty good. Okay, gameplay reveal on Mondays. Ubisoft Forward.
I think I spotted Lando there. So great. And by the way, I'm just noticing everything we've shown you so far, I think is going to be, coming out, this year. Cuff Bus, I'm not quite sure, but it's so cool that there's stuff that we're going to get to play in the next few months here. All right, well, moving back to smaller teams, a few weeks ago, I had a chance to play through this next game, and I have to say, it is really spectacular. Neva comes from Nomada Studio, the creators of the Game Award-winning game Grease. It chronicles the story of Alba, a woman bound to a curious wolf cub. Here's your first ever look at the gameplay.
I remember this trailer from, I think, last year. The art style looks really good. And the wolf evolves. It's gonna die at the end, right? Neva, it's coming out.
Trust
for
me, that game
everything.
is such a true work of art, especially when you get into some of the combat. It is tons of fun to play. And there's much more coming later today in the Devolver Direct, which will air directly after the Day of the Devs on this same stream. So we've got lots more for you. All right, next, it's time for our next game.
Oh, I was looking for the day. I couldn't find the Devolver digital stream.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All are architects of fate, working in these walls of time.
Let us all for death prepare, or on the last great journey fare.
Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle. But let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men hereafter.
Each of us shall endure this world's life until the end.
Oh, is this probably this is Civilization? Civilization 7, I think.
So it shall be.
So it shall be.
Yeah, there we go. That's the 2K game.
Hello everyone at Summer Game Fest. On behalf of the Firaxis team, we are thrilled to finally announce that Civilization 7 is coming day and date to PC and consoles next year. I'm in awe of the amazing team that has brought us to this moment.
I'm right now
But we
playing
also have to thank you,
Marvel.
our incredible fans around the world, for your
Marvel
overwhelming
Midnight Suns from
support of
them,
this
and
franchise
I love
for
it,
over
but I've
30
never been
years.
into the Civilization game.
We can't wait to share more, and we hope you'll join us later this summer for the full reveal of Civilization 7. In the meantime, stay civilized.
Black Myth Wukong. Step. Okay, still August 20. They said that since I think the Game Awards last year. Okay, we have this is a deluxe edition, and there's also a collector's edition. And a digital deluxe edition. I said, combat for this game, I think there was a recent trailer as well before this cinematic one. It looks pretty insane, the combat. Okay, is this the weird section that it's still trailers, but they are commercials, but they are trailers.
Reaching heaven and
well, they are commercials.
with a gift. Stardust. But mankind was given more than it wished for. Not progress, but chaos. Every new height brings a terrible fall. And yet hope still glimmers, even in the depths of the unknown, like mayflies. We die to live again.
Ace gone. Oh.
The smallest creatures show the greatest resilience. Wherever we remain standing, we stand together.
Yeah, we're still in the commercial block.
Have any of you faced Tyranids before? Only these past 2 days. Then there is much to learn. The numbers are endless. I will take you all with me. Brothers, we fight!
It's still not delayed, like it's still September 9. I think those were the only 2 games that we knew last year that were going to launch in August and September this year. Black Myth Wukong and Space Marine 2.
To introduce our first guests. They are legendary creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG, Metaphor, slated to launch this October. Please welcome the director and art designer of Persona 3, 4, and 5, Katsura Hoshino and Shikanori Shojima.
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
Thank you, everybody. It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Hashino, and I am the director of Metaphor. It is a pleasure to be here with Mr. Soejima.
このゲームはね、アーキタイプという他のゲームでいうところのジョブですね。その姿に主人公たちが変身して明日の未来のために戦うというとても熱い RPG です。
You have like different
This game is an
styles of
RPG in which the party members
fighting,
transform into their
destroyer,
jobs, which we call archetypes.
gunner,
These archetypes
cleric.
allow you to fight against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力です。すべてのアートワークは力強さとオリジナリティを意識して描いています。その総数は40種類以上にも及び、経験を積ませると一部のアーキタイプは進化することもできます。
Archetypes are the embodiment of power born from the will to face your fears and anxieties.
Swordmaster.
We gave it our all to instill each and every archetype with a feeling
Trickster.
of strength and uniqueness in each of their
Not Trickster.
designs. In total, there will be more than 40 types of archetypes available in the game. These archetypes can gain experience and even evolve. Some of them can evolve into stronger versions.
メタファーはアトラスの RPG、我々が作ってきた RPG のノウハウをすべて結集させて作っています。とても大きなボリュームのゲームです。今日はこの
There was like a recent leak on how much how much developers or publishers pay for having trailers in these
So we are
shows.
pouring all of our acquired
And I wonder
expertise into this
how
game
much
to make it
like
as
a
exciting
segment
as
like this
possible.
costs.
In fact, we've even brought our latest trailer today, which is centered around the topic of these archetypes.
Like I think it
Thank
was
you very much,
200
and we hope you enjoy it.
250,000 for a 1 minute
It
trailer.
is said that we all have inherited heroic virtues deep within us.
And it would go up like
Reality
to
is
500,000 I think for 3 minutes.
Oppress. We fight. A great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic. Many more protectors and followers will gather to your side. Remind people that the same powers lie dormant within them.
On guard!
You must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
It has an interesting design. I've never been into the Persona type of games, but I'm not sure if I'll play this.
Now you've acquired
But
a most
it looks
interesting
interesting.
power. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical. You wield power now.
Coming out October 11, and they also have a showcase after this show.
Such an honor to have Hoshino and Shojima with us on stage. Thank you guys, and for that deep look at the archetypes, such stunning visual designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game coming later this year. As Batman, you face a new threat, the mysterious Rat King and his cultish devotees. Here's your first look at the story trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
I hope the guys on MetaQuest enjoy it, but I wish Rocksteady would have done this Arkham game instead of doing Suicide Squad.
There's a new darkness overtaking Gotham.
There hasn't been a Batman game in quite a while, and the first one we get is for VR.
Is from the fire in the streets, casting shadows of rats on everything that was once good. Fear is their weapon. But they're not the only ones who can use it. The Rat King will stop at nothing to destroy my city. How far will I go to destroy him?
Coming out fall, and it like Meta acquired a couple of studios that had like this, and also Sansaru Games that Sony used to work with them, and like they have been killing it in terms of VR games. I'm still mad we are not getting Arkham on console. Like I wish it was a console game and not a VR game.
I am looking forward to heading back to the Arkhamverse. Now, it is time to update fans on a legendary fighting game franchise. And that includes me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iterations and have been playing each one ever since. So, let's check it out.
It's not Sparking Zero. It's more Street Fighter. Oh, wait. Theory for Street Fighter? Nice. Wait, is this now a Street Fighter cross King of Fighters? Okay, this is the fighters for a year or two. Years of Metal. Oh man, a roguelike? I'm not that much into roguelike. Other than Hades, which I mentioned at the beginning.
I guess we'll see.
Okay, here we go with Sparking Zero.
True battle begins.
I have to look. I stopped writing about the games that were coming out.
To a million pieces, just like I did that. You talking about thrilling? Don't you dare! I'm not going to hell in room. You were only on a ride. Are you ready? Do it! Well, the way you slice it, there's only one way to save Earth. Bye, my friends. No matter what it takes, I need to rescue Gohan. Goku, wait! What? Ever forgive you for this! Now you will suffer my wrath. You are a prison boy. I will show you the true form of autonomous open. It's my turn now. Change everything. Let's do it. This is stubborn. Don't think you can win. There's no way.
Okay, coming October 11. We didn't have a date. Pre-order bonus, you get a
There
bonus.
you go, Internet. We got your release date for Sparking Zero,
fusion,
October 11th. Now we step into the world of Delta Force Hot Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter available to play on all platforms. Here's a look at their multiplayer FPS extraction mode.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious, with conflicts escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandelbrick, located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Clean the balcony. On your mark. Balcony clear. Go, go, go! Clear the area. Shield down. I'm going in.
Shit! They've got a flamethrower! Engaging! Second floor! Ah! I got shot! They're coming up! All clear. Prepare for decoding.
That's all for mission brief.
This game,
The drill is
for
over.
some reason, makes me want to have a new Division game
Good luck.
or a new Ghost Recon game. Delta 4 Hawk Ops. Coming
But
first
that is not all. The game's premium campaign mode, Black Hawk Down, is a reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie. Here is your world premiere first look at that gameplay.
Delta Force, Black Hawk Down.
Burning tires! RPG!
This is some sort of remake, I think.
All units prepared for landing. 2 feet, 1 foot. Clear. Secure and capture a team in your cabinet. Over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Attack fight! Enemy vehicles coming! Vehicle under attack!
And now, I have an update for you on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. For real this time.
Nice major. Coming early 2025. Halo for PS5. No, we're not getting Halo for PS5 today. I think we switch back to the block where it's commercials, right?
Not interested.
Water balloon! Lots can make that for ya.
You're next.
I'll crush for Switch, PC, and mobile.
We're back here at Summer Game Fest, and that was a look at Mecha Break with its immersive aerial and ground combat with lightning-fast maneuvers. Next, Jason Blum and his Blumhouse banner have become synonymous with incredible horror films over the years, like Get Out, Megan, and last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
Dark times await us. Vengeance will take shape.
Oh shit. Brave season. Okay, so it's several games.
I cannot sleep.
Okay, yeah, it's several games. I thought I got confused for a second when they switched between
I am
the first one.
terrified to sleep, and I am scared to death to stay awake.
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
You're the spotlight.
I'll save you, no matter what.
Just go home, Viv.
Amy!
The local police department asked me to help with a case. Why would they need a game designer? It should have some developer mode.
Simulation. On Sam Barlow. Oh, this is Project C. I think Sam Barlow teased this one kind of funny at once, like at one point. Oh wait, it's a collection of. I'm still not sure if is it a collection of several games or it's just one game that has. I don't know. I'll probably look
Please
later
welcome
and put
Jason
it on the
Blum,
recap.
CEO and founder of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at Blumhouse Games.
Okay, they're gonna tell us a bit more about it.
Hey guys, so we got ourselves a full slate there. That's incredible. So Jason, tell us a bit about why did you want to get into games like this? What are we doing?
Well, we've been very, very busy. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear the fans out there. You'll all be very happy to know we're working at this very minute on the sequel of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming. Don't worry. Anyway, horror is, to my great relief, getting more and more popular. Our movies are working. It's working on streaming. It's working in live events. And we wanted to try and take our approach to movies and apply it to games. And that's what you see here. We're going to do independent games. We're going to look for creators and give them a platform and encourage these creators to be weird and subversive and find the most effed up, scariest things they can and put them into really cool games.
Well, they look great. It's a really diverse, cool slate. Luis, tell us a bit about, we saw a bunch of games there. What can you tell us about kind of the overall lineup of games?
Well, as you just saw from our slate, our horror games are a lot like Blumhouse movies. They come in many different flavors of fear, which means there's a horror game for everyone. So maybe you're a fan of nostalgic 90s experiences with a bit of a twist, intense first-person shooters, or maybe, Geoff, you just want some bonus murder in your otherwise very cozy farming sim. I think, you know, we as horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore, and our independent development partners, they feel the same, and they're just as excited, which means we've got psychological nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners. And that means for us that we really want to, as we're working in indie projects, which means that we can take risks. You know, we can be flexible, and really we can push the limits of what's possible in scary storytelling, and we're so excited.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, all the stuff you have there. And I know, you know, we'll get into when games are coming out, but some of these are coming soon, Jason, right? We got a good slate.
Well, yeah, we're on PC and console, and yeah, we wanted to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first release coming later this year, and it really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got great characters, a compelling narrative. It's also super creepy, and I think people will be big fans of it, even if you're not normally into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Awesome. Well, I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate? Pretty amazing, right? What these guys are pulling on. Jason, Luis, thanks so much for being here on Summer Game.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And now here's the world premiere of a brand new Power Rangers game with a retro feel.
Back to the beginning. It's like a 2D side scroller type of game. I remember. Oh crap! Yes, please. I love the TNT one, and I'm gonna be playing this for sure. Morphing Power Rangers Retest Rewind. It's coming to PC at least at first. Fear is your pet. Life is strange, or something like that. Lagging again. Why? Okay, maybe I'm gonna close the preview that I have open. The deer just evolved in deer and boy.
What a beautiful game, Deer and Boy, which comes from first-time developer Jason Houdet in Paris, who started that
Kratos
project
doesn't
alone
like this
in
game.
2020 during the pandemic, and now has a team of 8 helping him realize his vision with financial aid from the French government. And games like that are why we do this show, giving first-time developers a chance to show you what they're working on. All right, next, after a long wait, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is arriving later this year. This is a first-person open-world action RPG from Warhorse Studios. Here is a brand new look.
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. Man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
This is the game. I played this on Game Pass. I mean, the first one, not this one.
Like a spoiled brat. How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our
Oh,
Lord
jeez, I
Jesus
forgot the name.
Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world. But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything. I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses! God, is this retribution for my sins?
To the task!
Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Come on!
To the fucking task.
Yeah, they revealed this recently, like about a month ago or something like
Next,
that.
we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced his new game, Slitterhead, at the Game Awards, and now we're giving you a look at the gameplay.
Oh,
from his
that's the one I was
independent
mentioning at the
Tokyo-based
beginning.
studio.
The main character looks like the guy from Evil Within. Oh, jeez. So it's sort of an open world, or what the fuck? What was that? Oh, what the hell? I almost fight these things as regular people on the streets, but okay, not so regular people. They also have like kind of demon transformation powers or something. What the hell was that? He grabbed his arm back. So you jump, like your soul jumps from people to people, and that, yes. Split head coming out for pretty much everything. Out in November.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's because I'm good at what I do. Really. Really. Good. I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful enough to shape the world. Until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency! Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you...
Face crazy, bro.
They made me who I am, and I will make them pay for it.
Killer Beam. Alright, coming to Steam Early Access summer.
Glad you like that one. That was Killer Bean, a third-person roguelike shooter made by another single developer.
Yeah, I was in
Right
until
here
he
in Los
mentioned
Angeles,
roguelike.
Geoff Liu, who previously worked as an animator on movies like The Matrix Reloaded. So fun. It's amazing what can happen in this industry. All right, to introduce their brand new game, please welcome from the Game Bakers, a small independent studio in Montpellier, France, Audrey Laprince and Emmerich Toa.
Hello, Geoff, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. When we created our studio, Emmerich and I, we promised each other to always come up with something new. So after Fury and Haven, we're here to introduce our new game, Cairn, a survival climber. When I was a teenager, my dad prepared an expedition to Mount K2, but half of his team didn't come back. And I've always wondered, why do alpinists risk their lives in such extreme conditions? This is something we wanted to explore in Cairn.
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits. You climb a mountain to reach a summit never reached before. And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic. It's a face-off between you and the mountain. And what you're going to see in the trailer is not from cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay. You can see more later today during Day of the Devs, but now let's have a look.
This is probably very stressful to play. Oh shit. there. Okay, I guess it's only for PC. It didn't mention any platform. Well, you're probably gonna see it later in the Day of Dev stream.
I'm not meant to be here. I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So, what does running a tea shop involve? Well, there's a lot of gardening, and I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine they've got here. None of these tasks are all that hard, they just take patience. And I'm not really the patient type. But I'm surviving. Of course, I have to actually serve the tea to our customers. And once that's done, I'll usually check in with Moro, the guy who owns the shop, to see if my help is needed anywhere. And when all the chores are done, sometimes I'll just sit on a bench and do absolutely nothing. It's not fighting.
Yeah,
but
this show is having a lot of focus on indie games, and that's not bad. But the thing is gonna have a disadvantage against Day of the Devs and probably Devolver Digital, which are shorter shows, and I don't know. I don't feel like this show has to be 2 hours, and even
I need to enjoy this. I feel
and I
good.
think I'll say that again in a year like this when we don't have that many games to announce.
That was Wonderstop, the announcement of the next game from Davey Redden, the creator of the Stanley Parable. I sense there's a twist coming, as you would expect from him in Ivy Road. Cannot wait to play that. All right, now here's a look at the story trailer for Unknown 9 Awakening, a narrative action-adventure game that tells the story of Haruna, a young woman born with the ability to venture into the Fold, a dimension that overlaps our own.
Turn your thoughts inward and focus on your shade. Do you feel it?
I do.
Your progress is impressive lately, Haruna.
These are incredible.
They called themselves the Sahim.
I think I saw this game at, was it at the State of Play in January?
The Unknown 9. Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
I think it was on the State of Play.
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of our own destiny.
Why are you so interested in Vincent, anyhow?
He killed someone I loved.
Remember stepping. Find your target and bridge the gap.
You don't belong here.
You're wrong. This is exactly where I'm meant to be. The Fold is a strange place.
Vincent found something down there.
Okay, coming out fall, and it's, I don't know why it does that.
Hey! How about we see the world together?
I finally have something. Something that I want to protect.
Now steel your heart. Adventure starts.
Capcom Summer Deals. Monster Hunter Rise. I wonder what people saying about Resident Evil 4 up to 25 off. Maybe I'll get it on Steam and play it again.
Delusion taken form walks into my...
Okay, there's more information on Lego Horizon Adventures. Let me. Okay, so Guerrilla's iconic hunter Aloy is back for more adventure in a brand new multi-platform game in a world made of Lego bricks. During today's Summer Game Fest showcase, we announced the brand new action and adventure game Lego Horizon Adventures to be launched during the 2024 holiday season on PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Like, it's gonna sell pretty good being on Switch. Co-developed by Guerrilla and Studio Gobo, so it's not TT Games who usually does the Lego games. Lego Horizon Adventures is a playful and light-hearted story inspired by the events of the world of Horizon. So not only Forbidden West, but also Zero Dawn. In a distant future, the land is made of Lego bricks and incredible dinosaur-like machines
All right,
from
we're back here live
roam
for
the
more
earth.
Summer Game Fest. The first
Let's see if
Descendant,
there's
powered
anything
by Unreal
else.
Engine 5, is a next-gen
You can play it
looter
via
shooter
couch
with
co-op or
dynamic
online
cooperative
co-op.
gameplay, including a grappling hook mechanic. It is finally set for
It's
release.
designed
and
for
we're very
two-player
happy
action
here
without the
to
need
debut
for
the new
split
trailer
screen.
and the reveal of the release date.
Are they gonna give it a release? This game's been like they did the beta last year. Yeah, it's coming out on
That
July
looks
2nd.
awesome. The first Descendant will be available across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Wishlisted now and prepare for the release on July 2nd. And now, please welcome two developers whose hit indie game, Among Us, took the world by storm in a couple of game awards. From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
What's up, gamers?
Can you believe they just let us be on this stage? Like, no chaperones. Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake? Do you
like-
think they'll let us do that?
Among Us 2? Among Us 3? 4? Oh, all right. Well, turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's also been no secret that it's kind of a rough time in the industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among E days.
This is our way of saying
It's
thank
a
you
great
to our
story for this
crewmates,
developer. How they made
players,
this game
peers,
and no
by helping
one
some
played
games
it,
and
and
devs have
then
the funding and freedom needed to ship their games.
it was there. It
And
was
then we
out
all get
there
to
at the
play
right
them,
time, at the right
which
moment,
was
at
the
the
real
right
plan.
time, and now they can
I
help
really
other
want games.
developers.
Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. We are really excited and incredibly nervous to reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund because of you. And don't worry, Geoff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Ian from ShapeShot, and you
Mars
may already
First
be playing our
Logistics.
first game, Mars First Logistics.
It's lagging again.
And you may already be playing our first game, Mars First Logistics.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
We are Studio NE%, and we're making the
Mossfield
Mossfield Archives, a
Archives.
game about building and exploring connections.
Hi, we're Midnight Munches. We just released a demo for one-button bosses, our boss rush game with a single button to press and a ton of bosses to beat.
Hey, I'm Husband, game director at Huscrofts, and this is Rogue Eclipse, our epic spaceflights, and vanquish a fleet of colossal super destroyers.
And we do have one more game that's very early in development.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities. Fight off corpos, discover new dosa recipes, and reunite with your strange loved ones for one last meal. Project Dosa is a game about life, death, love, and food for the soul.
Thanks, Victoria and Forrest. Those all look fantastic, and I cannot wait to play them. But all of those amazing indie games aren't the only thing coming out of Inner Sloth. Did you know that there's going to be an Among Us TV show? Sounds like you did. Yes, there's going to be an Among Us TV show. Check out this sneak peek.
They're not dead. Has Ashley Johnson in there?
Up next, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations. A definitive greatest hit collection of 3D and 2D levels from Sonic and Shadow's history. Now it's time for a glimpse of Shadow's brand new powers and gameplay from a standalone campaign, as well as the official release date announcement.
I'm anti-heroes. Jesus Christ, why is it lagging so much? I already lowered the bitrate. October 25 for Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. And you can play it 3 days early. I hate the early access
The year
for
of
single player
Shadow,
games.
right? A movie coming in December too. Exciting stuff. All right. In the upcoming online survival game Dune Awakening from Funcom, there is one small decision that unleashed a chain of events which set the stage for the story the player will experience. Let's find out for the first time what that is.
The only peace I find is a future that never happened. One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
Dune open world survival, and I haven't.
More Dune Awakening.
I haven't even
Gamescom
watched like the
ONL
movie
in
or
August.
like.
Now it is time to see the announcement of another new game from a brand new development studio. To tell us more about Battle Aces and show you the gameplay, here's David
You didn't even mention
from
any
Uncapped
platforms
Games.
or anything like that.
Thanks, Geoff. So Battle Aces is the RTS game for everyone. It's for players that are brand new to RTS as well as RTS veterans. We really want to bring the core fun of RTS to everybody, kind of like how games such as World of Warcraft did for MMOs or Hearthstone did for card games. So Battle Aces is an action-packed army versus army game that has a high emphasis on the strategy. We want to bring this type of very specific RTS fun to players in two major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies. Second, we want to eliminate the tedious. This game are experiencing only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So, if you want to learn more about Battle Aces, or if you want to sign up for our beta test that's coming up very soon, then please make sure to visit our website at playbattleaces.com. Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic. All right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction wrapped in the world's most deadly game show. Now, after dozens of updates in 2 seasons, we're unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the Finals.
If they hit that reset button, it can take us anywhere.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima or so. Well, not my kind of game.
The Finals in Kyoto. All right, please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
Okay, let's go. Here we go with the Alan Wake DLC.
I think that's enough. Thank you. Hi. You see, this is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2. Many of you have been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only. Sadly missing.
Okay, we are going with the disc version for Alan Wake 2.
Announce physical deluxe editions and physical collector's editions for Alan Wake 2 coming this fall. You can lock in your copy starting tomorrow. Next, we promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2. Right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3
like the
episodes
TV show.
with 3 familiar,
TV show from
fan-favorite playable
Dark
characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios. It was a chance for us to really go out there, as if we already didn't. Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow. Thank you. Now, with this world premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
As well, we're gonna. Oh crap! But we are doing the streams for The Last of Us Part 2. Maybe after that, after finishing The Last of Us, I'll go back to Alan Wake for the DLC.
Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there, and yet always familiar to us. In Night Springs.
I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan. You're the only one who can save me.
And I will come back for you, my love.
And cut. Sean, I'm really happy.
This is gonna get strange. I was the only one who...
So it's random stuff, like you control the... Wait, what, Jesse as well?
I have a shotgun.
Well, I gotta... Wait, that's a real shotgun?
Who can ever truly
Yeah, they're even gonna go crazy with all the like the
Night Springs.
the mixing of the realities and all of that that they had in the original.
Through the endless tides of
Yeah, I think this leaked earlier today. The Amazon MMO is gonna come to consoles.
time, they've come to these mythical shores, seeking mastery over death itself. A cruel and beautiful paradise, where primal forces clash over the island's deepest secrets, where ancient mysteries awaken, where heroes are forged and demons are born. This is Eternum.
Yeah, let me see. I think that the season pass for Alan Wake 2 was like $20 or something like that. Okay, this leaked earlier today. It's coming October 15th
That's right, New World,
to consoles.
New World Eternum will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on October 15th. And now you can play the game start to finish as a solo player or play co-op and use crossplay as well. If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat.
Wait,
to
there's
claim
no
a
season
special
pass, there are only
in-game
the
bundle for
deluxe
Honkai Star Rail
upgrade.
of Stellar Jade from TikTok Game Rewards. And speaking of Honkai Star Rail, Hoyoverse's latest space fantasy RPG just concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming expedition featuring a beloved character who is clearly
I
ready.
guess it's probably
for
gonna
a
be like
forthcoming
what,
journey
10
with her
bucks
brand new
for the
look.
DLC, the first DLC.
Why do people choose to sleep? It's because. The nightmarish past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water, and the future that you don't want to face will never come. Why do people choose to slumber? Because in the end, we will wake from our dreams.
War dance? I can't miss out. I'm joining too.
I thought this was Genshin Impact. This is the other one. Dark and darker. Wait, we're going into the last 30 minutes, and Geoff also said like there's not going to be like one last thing or anything. So far, like there's been some things like Neva looks really cool. We had a trailer for Star Wars Outlaws. The Lego Horizon Adventures look cool as well. Sparking Zero, Delta Force also look interesting. But I don't know. This I said it at the beginning. I said it again. This shouldn't have been a 2-hour showcase this year. Probably, maybe do like 1 hour showcases different seasons, like one in the summer, one in the fall. You have the Game Awards in winter.
There you have it, the unforgiving fantasy FPS dungeon PvPvE adventure, Dark and Darker, is now live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play it this weekend. All right. Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Wait, this game is coming out on July and they just tell you now? They revealed that, I believe, in the Xbox Game Showcase last year, and they haven't been doing much marketing with it, like... Hyper Light Breaker is coming this late summer in early access on Steam.
Well, you's a cutie little corgi, don't you know?
It's probably gonna launch for PS5. It's already out on Xbox and PC, maybe Switch and PS5. Have crossplay for all games, for all platforms. I mean.
Well, you's a cutie little corgi, don't you know? Well, you's a fluffy little kitty, don't you know? Well, you's a crazy body animal, don't you know? Well, all the crazy body animals, and you know the party's this way, so let's go.
Okay, so it's still the same platforms. They are adding like new modes.
We know you may have heard the stories about the fine people here at MCorp, so we wanted to take this time to dispel any of these completely unfounded rumors and allegations and reassure you that things here at MCorp and the city of San Amsterdam have never been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at MCorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what MCorp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone at MCorp is really good.
Stop crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal. Ah! Come on, faster.
That's not about this. That's a father and son. That's actually a home issue. We love it here at MCorp, and we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time. Fine. Nobody panic.
And that was a
All
trailer
right.
for
welcome
what?
back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head to Sam Vansterdam for a new look at Skate from EA.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Geoff, how you doing, bud?
Oh, okay, it's part of Skate.
Oh, crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
Not coming out yet. Okay, console play testing. Finally, they are going into console play testing.
Very exciting that people will finally be able to play Skate on console in the near future. Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Power World. I mean,
Power World
just look at the giant
Power World
depresso.
4
Cheer up,
PS5
buddy.
for.
It's Summer Game Fest.
I don't even know if Nintendo
Now,
will allow it on
here's the
Switch. I
first
guess they
major
would.
update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
Okay, it's more content for Xbox and PC. New island, new pocket, foul. Xbox dedicated servers. Oh jeez, not again. For tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna try to reboot all my the full network before doing this. It's coming out June 27.
That was high on the Steam charts. Congrats to Power World on the new update. Next up, we've got a big announcement from Valorant. Here's Andy Ho and Anar Gilfison from the Valorant dev team. Guys.
Thanks, Geoff. Hey, everyone. Since 2020, we have been fortunate to serve players in their pursuit of what we call the Valorant moment. The big plays and clutches you make while all eyes are on you.
Millions of players all over the world have earned their own Valorant moments on PC. And today, the stage is set to welcome a whole new group of players. Let's take a look.
Valorant for PS5. I think it's already it's not on Xbox, it's on Game Pass on PC. the consoles, I guess. Yeah. Limited beta on, it's going to both PS5 and Xbox Series.
That was Valorant's core tactical gameplay. Everything you just saw was captured on console and with a controller. Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited beta starts June 14th, and you can sign up right now at beta.playvalorant.com.
We are so excited for your input to make sure that Valorant plays great on console. And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go, here's the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us. For the last 4 years, we have been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments and community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
Exciting to have Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at SGF. Our next announcement is a big deal from our friends at DoorDash. 5 weeks of deals with Summer of Dash Pass. Sign up for Dash Pass now for $0 delivery fees and get 50% off your next DoorDash order. Now, here in the audience, we've got a guy who is normally co-streaming our shows, Yang Ya, who is also an amazing voice actor, who's been in countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Yang is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character, Lance Slashblade. And we've got your exclusive first look. Check this out.
Welcome to your eternal fate.
Lance Slashblade? But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had a secret crush on him.
I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero, but darkness haunts my past.
I'm in 100%.
We were all banished here, deemed unfit, worthless.
Don't you dare say that! You do not deserve to be thrown away!
1 second, Lance. Don't you remember his power move? I'm coming for you, Riley!
Oh, yeah? What's this? Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
Then you must make your curse your gift.
Yeah, that song, yeah, he sounds
Shield
way
yourself,
different.
my
Like,
friends, for
I
I
know
shall
that for the new Yakuza game, like some people didn't like the way that he sounded. Maybe not that people didn't like it. Maybe it sounded way different than what they used to hear for the character previously. But he sounds way different in this one.
Game Fest 2024! Look at all of you cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight monsters, collect lots of shiny things, and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters. And here is our big ad. Squad up. I mean, cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
What's going on? Who are you?
Look at your phone. I'm the chicken.
We're here to make your life more fun.
I'm fine. I drink right out of the carton.
I don't think you know the definition of fun.
Come on, get up. I am butt naked from the waist down, so...
Get out of the f***ing bed, dude.
Get out of the bed.
All right.
Tell me about yourself.
I think I'm an excellent candidate for the job because...
And your swordplay, tell me about your swordplay.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also pillaged a few villages. I'm not a lawyer, okay?
to.
I'm just a lumberjack.
I think you're qualified to be an accountant, so. Which is why you'll have the job.
Congratulations.
What's the parking like?
There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not.
Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad activity.
You can definitely.
Yeah, just relax your bowels, your mind.
That's the huge one. I thought it was it's like an ad for the chicken mobile game, but why is it so long?
Hey, look at these clowns.
You call this a squat?
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx. 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 No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack? Hey, you wouldn't happen to want to go chop some trees, would you?
I'd be delighted.
I think our job here is done.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
Aye. We ain't never leaving you. Good boy.
Here. That came from inside me.
Wait, what?
Do you want me to shut the door or?
What? All right, please join me in welcoming to the SGF stage Monster Hunter series producer, Mr. Ryozo Tujimoto! Ryozo-san!
はい、サンキュージェフ。今日はですね、モンスターハンターワイルズの、最新の映像を持ってまいりました。今回ですね、はですね、後半にですね、完全新規で、今回初お披露目の大型のモンスターも出てきてますので、そちらも注目していただけたらと思います。
Thank you, Geoff. Hello, everyone. We've prepared a very special trailer today for Summer Game Fest. I want everyone to be on the lookout for a very mysterious large monster near the end of the trailer, as it's an important monster within the game.
はい、本作ではですね、没入感とアクション、こちらの融合を目指して開発を進めております。モンスターハンターワイルズは2025年にプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、そして PC で同時発売となります。また今回はですね、プラットフォームの垣根を越えて一緒に遊ぶことができますので、そちらも楽しんでいただけたらと思っています。
As you'll see, we're working to deliver a gaming experience that merges immersion and action. I hope players look forward to playing with their friends across different platforms when the game launches simultaneously in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
はい、最後になりますが、8月に行われるゲームズコンのオープニングナイトライブ、こちらの方でも新しい映像を持っていきますので、皆さん楽しみにしていただけたらと思っております。またですね、ゲームズコンではですね、初のプレイヤブルのできるような形で出展も考えておりますので、そちらもぜひ楽しみにしていただけたらと思っています。
Lastly, there will be a new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds at Opening Night Live at Gamescom in August. And our first public hands-on playable demo of Monster Hunter Wilds will also debut at Gamescom. Thank you.
Over there!
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Geoff! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove! I will draw its iron! Cover me!
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready! If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them! As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Even if I'm not into Monster Hunter, like it looks really really good.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Thank you, Ryosa-san. We will see
It's
you at
probably gonna
Gamescom
be
in
early
August. Now, during
2025.
last
They
year's
usually like
PlayStation
that
Showcase, the game
February,
Phantom
March.
Blade Zero from S-Game wowed us all.
Okay,
with
we
its
didn't see this at the
blazing-fast
State of
combat
Play.
and stylish art. Well, I'm honored to share with you the brand new trailer for the game featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final game of the show, Phantom Blade Zero.
How many days do I have left? 42 or 41?
The face of this is here!
Don't go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
Why? It looks amazing. World Tour demo. Also, they're gonna be demoing in, at Summer Game Fest. I thought they were gonna release a demo like right after
so
the show.
good. Full demo that
That would have been
this
amazing.
weekend. You'll hear much more about that, and that's going to do it for our Summer Game Fest live show. Thanks to Joy for joining us.
Thank you, Geoff. I had such an amazing time. Happy Summer Game Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy. And we have so much more, so stay tuned because Day of the Devs is coming up live right now on the stream, featuring an hour of indie game reveals, including the next game from Keighley.
Okay, I'm way more excited for the Day of the Devs. It was a lot better than Summer Game Fest last year, and it's probably gonna be a lot better than Summer Game Fest this year as well.
In Germany for Gamescom opening night live. Thanks for watching, everyone.
So if I had to score this,
right now.
I mean, we had a lot of stuff. The Lego Horizon Adventures game, it was surprising to see coming to Switch. We saw a little bit of Star Wars Outlaws. Never looked cool. Civilization 7, for me, it was disappointing because I was looking into the rumors and saw like it was gonna be Borderlands. But at least I saw that before the show, and I was not expecting Borderlands at this point. Big of Blood Meat Wukong, there was a lot of stuff, indie games, there's a lot of indie games, but I don't think these kind of shows help indie games, because I think for those kind of games it helps like shorter kind of streams. Well, I don't know, if I had to score this, probably 2.5 or 3. Let me know what you guys think about this Summer Game Fest. I think it's fine if it's a year that is hard for the industry, you could do a shorter show. Like, there's no issue with that. There's no need to have 2 hours. I think that's mostly Geoff Keighley trying to maximize like what he does there to earn as much as, I don't know, like what was leaked for how much they charge for trailers. I understand why they would want a 2-hour show every time, but it wasn't needed this time. Simpler Times, coming to PC, and it's out today on Steam.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Devs portion of the show. Day of the Devs is a non-profit organization whose team of volunteer curators scours the globe for the best in video games for you to enjoy, with a focus on indie developers who are lovely, and you'll get to meet them today as well as enjoy their games. And there's nothing else to worry about, so just sit back and relax and enjoy Day of the Devs, Summer Games Fest edition. Oh, that's a prop.
We love Cappy Games at Day of the Devs. They've been making incredible games for 20 years up in Toronto. You might know them for games like Below or Super Brother Sword and Sorcery, or maybe you know their incredible puzzle games like Grindstone and Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. Well, if you're in the latter, we're very excited to announce their next great puzzle game.
Hi, I'm Eileen from Cappy Games.
And I'm Dan, Cappy's creative director.
We're so thrilled today to be able to give you a first look at what we've been up to at the studio since releasing Grindstone. Introducing Battle Vision Network.
EVN fuses cozy, color-matching puzzle gameplay with deep turn-based tactics to test players in fast-paced online battles.
It's a 1v1 puzzle battle in the galaxy's most watched sport.
Battlevision Network is a spiritual successor to one of Cappy's most beloved classic games, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. BVN reimagines Clash of Heroes' puzzle combat design to center an element that we at Cappy felt was one of its most interesting facets: multiplayer.
Over several rounds, take turns launching attacks by creating color-matched formations with your units. Vertical matches create attackers, horizontal matches create defenders.
The rapid-fire matches last a couple of minutes. BVN isn't just about dominating the matches. BVN teams spend a season vying for the title of champion, and the player community ultimately decides which team takes the crown.
Choose between multiple teams, bursting with personality and characters.
I like puzzle,
each with its
like
own
match,
playstyle and home
puzzle
arena.
match 3 games. So
Win a match with the
maybe I'll
Ragtags
get into
team,
this.
that win shapes the stats, outcome, and narrative events
I like
of
the
the season
strategic,
for every.
Gameplay
thing
is
it
simple
has
enough to
the
jump into,
whole match
but as you
3
rise in the ranks, you'll unlock new units,
style.
each with game-changing abilities, and discover endless new tactics and strategies. Charismatic captains front each team. Captains run the playfield with big personalities and outsized power in the form of tide-turning special abilities.
When building the wild world of BVN, we weren't just influenced by our own game, Clash of Heroes. We were also inspired by the theatricality and spectacle of Eurovision. Cappy's art team has outdone themselves with a fantastic roster of hand-drawn and hand-animated characters, fashion-forward collectible outfits.
Battlevision Network is a live, season-based game with new twists, new characters, fresh rankings, and narrative surprises emerging every season.
Also excited to feature a phenomenal soundtrack by our frequent collaborators, the incredible Jim Guthrie and Sam Webster.
There's like a sound issue after this part of the stream started. I don't know if it's
You'll be
me
able to
or
play
is it them.
PC and console, and we'll be announcing more details soon.
We're so thankful to Day of the Devs for a chance to introduce
it's
Battlevision
them.
Network. I'm grateful to our awesome partners, Netflix. Wishlist the game to join the fun.
Battlevision Network.
Okay, going for
Our next
PC
title comes to us
and
from the
Netflix.
Game Bakers, a small studio in Montpellier, France, who claim to make games the same way they cook food, with a lot of love. Their next dish comes to us piping hot, fresh from the oven. It'll take us to dizzying heights, which quite frankly give me the heebie-jeebies. So hold on tight, making its gameplay debut today. This is Cairn.
This was what we just saw at the Game Awards. Yeah, the climbing game.
Hi,
I mean, the
I'm
Game
Emmerich
Awards,
from the Game
Summer Game
Bakers.
Fest, sorry.
Maybe you know us for Fury or Haven. Fury was a hack and slash and even an RPG, but both were games about freedom. Live free, free to love who you want. Today I'm presenting our next game, Cairn, the final part of our Freedom trilogy. In Cairn, you play an alpinist who's climbing a deadly mountain.
Okay, so here we get a
Put your
little
life
bit
at
of
risk to reach a
demo.
summit that nobody reached before. You are obsessed by this ascent and you are climbing to free yourself from your own chains. Cairn is what we call a survival climber. You have to climb, but also survive in the mountain. The climbing is very realistic. You can climb absolutely everywhere as long as you manage to keep your balance and stamina.
Yeah, I think this is still way too
If
stressful.
you're
I have.
careless, you fall. Falling, trying again
doing
the
this
same
in Breath
routes
of the
or a
Wild
completely
was
different route,
stressful
trying
enough.
over and over. To
And
make it,
Tears
you
of the
have to
Kingdom.
push yourself to go beyond your limits. Each wall to climb feels like an opponent, almost like a boss fight. Even though you can climb free solo, alpinism has a natural checkpoint device, pitons. But you have a limited amount, and using them at the right time is key. Eventually, reaching the top of the wall is extremely satisfying. It's freeing. Thanks for watching, and wishlist the game to stay tuned.
A two-person team in Canada has been developing A two-person team in Canada has been developing this next game in absolute secrecy over the last 3 years. And as a fellow Canadian, I call dibs on introducing it. You may also recognize one of the developers' voices from their wildly popular YouTube channel. From Nanopark Studios and I Am 8-Bit Presents, prepare yourself for... wait for it.
My name's Brandon.
And I'm Danny, and we are here to show you our game, Pedal Runner.
Pedal Runner.
Pedal Runner is a retro-flavored slice-of-life RPG where you play as a motorcycle courier that delivers pets to people in a city called Sapphire Valley.
In Sapphire Valley, the company Hannah Pets has developed new devices called leap cells to power their newest generation of digital pets by using an unexpected fuel source: flowers.
Leap cells are delivered and installed by specialized couriers known as pedal runners. As a pedal runner, this installation involves planting the cell and calibrating it by performing a sequence of quick and varied minigames. Once that calibration is complete, the new Hannah pet begins to farm. You play as Keighley, who's a new recruit in the Pedal Runner program. So being new in town and with a bit of a shy personality, Keighley does encounter a few challenges along the way. Just from the difficulty of dealing with customers or talking to people in general, to their rivalry with a fellow recruit. Fortunately, Keighley is joined by their pet companion, Kira.
Kira is unique in that he's an older type of Hannah Pets, which is a simpler and now obsolete handheld model. So with that outdated tech, Kira has some quirks, like his battery isn't always reliable. But he's way more outgoing than Keighley, and so he's great to have around when meeting new people. He's practically indispensable. The Pedal Runner program will take Keighley and Kira through the 4 unique districts of Sapphire Valley. Along the way, mysterious occurrences will begin to surface, and we will encounter individuals who think that there may be more to uncover about the new Hannah Pets sensation.
So, it's got motorcycles, robots, there's flowers, there's pets. We tried to really give the story some heart to it, and we just hope you have fun playing.
And thanks for checking out Pedal Runner.
So can I create the pets, Pokemon, or whatever? Okay, it's coming to PC. So far, no indie games for consoles.
Developed in Shanghai by Polar Studio, our next game is a dystopian thriller that's as every bit Orwellian as it is Lynchian. It's a tale of temporal technologies, unimaginable body horrors, and psychedelic nightmares. This is Karma: The Dark World.
What's the...
嗨，各位好，我是 Karma The Dark World 的创意总监王永鹤。
Creative
我们团队阅
director
览
of
工作室
Karma,
来自于
our
中国
dev
上海。
team Polar Studios
团队
based
的目
on
标是带给
Shanghai,
全球玩家
China.
有趣
The
且
game's
有
goal is
深
to
度
deliver
的叙事驱
engaging
动
and
游戏。
narrative-driven games
很
to
荣幸
players
借此机
worldwide.
会
It
向
is
各位玩家
our
展示
honor
我
to
们才华横
present
溢
the
的阅览
first game
团队
developed
所制作的第
by
一款游
Polyart
戏
team,
《Karma: The Dark World》。
Karma: The Dark World.
这是一款第一人称叙
It's
事
a
驱动类的
first-person
心理恐怖
narrative
游戏。
psychological
玩家
horror
将扮演
game.
利维坦思想
Players
学
will
中
assume
干
the role of
丹
Daniel,
尼尔，他的
a
主要
Rome agent.
任务目
His
的
primary
是
mission
潜
is
入
to
嫌
dive
疑
into
人的大脑，
people's
并
minds
调
and
查事件
uncover
的
the
真相。
truth
玩家
behind
将在2个
events.
不同的世界中进
Players
行
will
冒险，
embark
去
on
体验完
adventures,
全不同的情绪
experiencing
和故
different
事。
entirely different
一个是
emotions
在
and
反乌托邦
stories.
的现实世界，你将了解到扭曲、压抑、毫无人性的社会
Distorted
观。
and oppressive societal views. This sounds very interesting.
另
So
一
you
个
get
是
into
用
people's
记忆所
minds
构建
and
的脑中世界，
believe
你
the
将看见诡异
horrors.
恐怖的画面，但却包含了令人痛心的真相。
You'll witness
在这
horrifying
个游戏中，作为
scenes.
探
In
员，
this game,
你
as
需要
a
坚
as
守
an
意志，
as
效
agent,
忠
you
这座
need
城市的
to.
掌
Okay,
控者
it's
利
going
维
too
坦
fast.
蒙斯。但直到有一天，你发现
But
正
one
在
day you
调查的
discover
案
a
件
twist
发
in
生
the
了
case
翻
you are
天覆地的变
investigating,
化，你冰冷的心
causing your
从
cold
此
heart
开始
to
逐渐弱
gradually
化。
melt.
What have I done?
这就是 Karma The Dark World， 一个你
It's
从没有体
Karma:
验
Dark
过、
World, a
带有浓厚
dystopian
电影风
game
格的
with
反乌
visual
托邦
style
游
you've
戏。
never
如
experienced
果你想要
before.
了解更多
If you
关
want
于
to
这个
learn more
故
about
事
the
的
truth
最
of
后的
this
真
story,
相，
please visit
请
our
访问我们的
website,
网站 karmadarkworld.com。 我们会第一时
karmadarkworld.com.
间告知你试玩的 demo 相关时间。 最后，请大家
There
享
will
受
be
预
a
告片。
demo. Oh my.
Fuck! My prosthetic! This isn't real. This can't be real.
Oh shit. Okay, this one's coming for PS5, PC, and Xbox.
How do you follow up making 2 of the best indie games of all time? Make 50 more. That's what's happening with UFO 50. This is from the team at Mossmouth, who made Spelunky and Spelunky 2. It's as if you took the modern design sensibilities of today and went back in time and made an entire console worth of retro games. And it's coming so soon.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm John, and we're part of the team of indie developers working on UFO 50, a collection of 50 games.
You heard that correctly. That's 50 brand new games.
UFO 50. Okay, so these are the 50 games that, okay. Or is the collection called UFO 50? I don't know.
First and foremost, these are not mini games. Some of the games are smaller, like arcade-style games. Others are quite large, with expansive worlds to explore. But every single game is a complete experience, from its opening title screen to its ending credits.
There's a story that connects all these games too. We invented a fictional company called UFO Soft that developed these games for a fictional 80s game.
That sounds very familiar.
This company's
UFO
history
Soft.
spans from 1982 to 1990, and the games get more technically advanced as the years go on. And as you explore the timeline, you'll find that some games have sequels or recurring characters.
We also thought about the limitations of the hardware. We devised a strict 32 color palette as well as audio restrictions to make you feel like you're in the world of UFO 50, no matter which game you're playing.
But one area where we didn't limit ourselves is in the game's designs. We were happy to build on modern game design and genres, and we strived to make sure that each game felt like a unique experience. Our goal isn't just to remind you of a bygone era, it's also to provide 50 fresh experiences. We like to think that UFO Soft was a company that was ahead of its time.
I had some
All
of
the
these games
are
on
unlocked from the start,
well,
so
it
you can
wasn't
explore
any
the
other thing,
collection
it's
in your own
Famicom.
way. Every
That
game's
had
not gonna be
like a bunch
everyone's
of
favorite,
games.
but figuring out which games you like is
Most
part
of them were like
With
different
so much
copies
variety,
of
you're sure
Mario.
to find something to get lost in, whether you prefer fast-paced action games or thinky strategy games.
And we all
And
have
the
fond
idea
memories
sounds
of
really
going
cool. It
to a
reminds me
friend's
to that
house and
time.
browsing their
Like,
game library for something to play together. So half of UFO 50's games have multiplayer.
the only thing is that those
either co-op
cartridges said like they had like 1,000 or 100 games, and most of them were
Needless
Mario,
to say,
like
UFO
20
50
copies of
has been in
Mario
development
and
for a long
some other games.
But today, we're very excited to finally announce a release date.
That's right, UFO 50 is coming to Steam on September 18th.
Please find our Steam page and wishlist the game so that you can be notified when it comes
It's
out.
September 18 and it's coming to PC as well. Oh, PC only.
The developer of this next game should be a pretty familiar face, so it should be no surprise what they've cooked up. But nevertheless, it's still a world premiere. So take it away, Spry Fox.
Geoff Keighley. Seeing Geoff Keighley said, how would you grade today's Summer Game Fest live show? I said 2.5, 2.5 or something like that. 2.5 out of 5, and based on the scale that I used to run polls here on the channel. Okay, so I'm gonna. He said A, B, C, or D. I'm gonna give it a C. And people are giving it D or below. 9% is giving it an A, 25% give it a B, 20% a C, and 39% D or below. Now let's see the comments here.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Ettery, the
Great
co-founder and
post.
studio manager of Spryfox.
And I'm Jamie Antonise, lead narrative designer of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit.
2 out of 10.
The
Oh
worldwide
my
premiere
god.
of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. We're really grateful to be a part of Day of the
Pretty
Devs
dead. The
alongside
best
so
part
many
was
creative
Alan
and
Wake 2
inspiring
DLC.
developers. We started Spryfox 14 years ago.
I
with the
feel
goal
the
of making
weakest
the world
one
a
done
happier
yet.
place. This is the first game we're launching since we became part of Netflix.
You need to make a
That's allowed us to
separate
focus
game
all of
fest
our
for these
energies on
anime
making the game
games
as
no one
delightful and
plays.
meaningful as possible, and to bring it to all Netflix
And
users
they're
without
like
any
the
advertisements
comments
or any
are really savage
We
on
feel
that
really lucky.
on that
As
poll.
you just saw, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit takes place on a
Honestly,
haunted
a
island where you'll
garbage
assist an
between the
unusual
ads,
assortment
the
of
slowness of
troubled
the event
but
itself, and the
insanely
no
cute
relevance of the title
Each bear
show.
has a unique
No
personality and
reputable
backstory
IP
that unfolds through
industry
your
in
interactions with
decline.
them. It's a spooky but heartwarming life
Killer
story
Bean and Alan
where
Wake
your
clear.
small
Killer Bean
daily
was
acts of
Killer
kindness
Bean was amazing. The only thing is
We want Cozy
I
Grove
think
Camp
it's
Spirit
only
to
on
be a game
PC.
you come back to
But
at
it
your own
like
pace for
it
months, if
looked
not
really
years to
cool.
come. We want it to be a game that brings you joy and
And
relaxation
Alan Wake,
whenever
I
you
also
need it most.
like the
And
Alan Wake
hopefully it'll be a
announcement.
game with a story that sticks with you forever because the characters really
Deer and Boy was nice
Cozy
too.
Grove Camp
That one
Spirit is
also
launching
looked great.
soon, so pre-register now on your mobile app store to be the first Spirit Scout on
But that's the
island.
thing. I think
We'll see
you
you
can
there.
have
Are you
a
a dog
show
lover?
this long.
Then you'll be super
And
into our next
I
title.
don't want to
Hell,
say
I'm more into cats.
this
This
as a
game is just so
disrespect to
cute,
indie
I
games,
can't help but
but I
get into
think
it.
a
Enjoy this
shorter
teaser from
format
Studio
is way
Tolima
better
and
for
publisher
them.
Don't
You
Nod,
have
featuring a puppy and
more.
one person.
Hey,
There are more
hello
ways for
everyone.
indie games
My
to
name is
shine
Ben.
in a
I'm the
shorter
founder and
time
creative director
than in
at
2
Studio
hours. I
Tolima.
don't even remember
We're a small
everything
indie
that happened
studio
in
based
those
in
2
Brussels,
hours.
Belgium, and we are working on our first title, Koira.
And if I had to tell you what I remember from the like off the top of my mind, like probably none of the indie games are in there. I have to
Koira
look at the
is a
list I
narrative
was
game where
writing
you
to
wake up
remember
in a
everything
snowy
that was
forest and encounter a small
in there.
puppy who got trapped. You set him free.
I think
and together you
this
go on a
year more than
beautiful
ever he
adventure
should have
and
gone
set
for a
out to reach
shorter
Koira's
format.
house. This relationship is really at the heart of our game. In Koira, you go through a musical forest filled with sounds. To
This is the
discover
way
and
you
interact
present
with.
indie games because they are showing the
example,
gameplay and all
each
of that.
character and animal in the
Like I don't
forest
think
is voiced by a
the
different
Keighley show
instrument.
helped indie games like outside of
And you
giving
can
them a
use their
huge
voice to
platform
interact
for
with the world,
a lot of people to watch them.
activate ancient statues, to
I
speak
don't
to
think it
whimsical
does a
animals,
good service to
and
this
to earn the
these
trust
games.
of the puppy. To progress through the story, you can also manipulate items and use your new companion's unique abilities. With these, you can solve puzzles, but you can also just play together. For example, by playing fetch, building snowmen, or my personal favorite, playing hide and seek. As they journey through the winter wonderland, they encounter obstacles, they share laughs, and they save other woodland creatures. But if winter is magical, it's also dangerous. And they are not alone in this forest. Mysterious hunters are lurking around and following them. Our goal with Koira is to create a universal tale which focuses on the emotional journey. We want to create a game that is as immersive and intuitive as possible. It's a game without any text nor dialogue. The whole story is brought to life through expressive hand-drawn art, frame-by-frame animation, and a beautiful original soundtrack. Let yourself be carried away by the magical and serene atmosphere of the forest. Contemplate and play at your own pace. We can't wait to share more with you. So if you'd like to be one of the first one to hear about what we're up to and our upcoming demo, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
Oira coming out demo. It's coming out this summer.
I love a good puzzle game, especially one
didn't
with a
mention any
really
platforms,
elegant
probably
design that
PC
evolves as
only.
you play. Better yet, if
At
it's got
least
a
at the
beautiful
beginning.
art style or a captivating narrative to pull you through. Well, this game has all of that. This is Arranger from indie supergroup Furniture and Mattress.
Hola, soy Nico Recabarren de Mendoza, Argentina. Hace un tiempo hice un juego de puzzles multipremiado llamado Ethereal, junto con Tommy Batista. Desde entonces hemos estado trabajando muy
There's a
duro en una
Latin
aventura mucho más
American game
ambiciosa.
showcase. I would
Junto
like to
con
react
unos
to that
amigos,
tomorrow, but I
David
don't think
Hellman,
I'll be
cuyo
able
arte
to
expresivo
because of the
seguramente
time.
recuerdes por Braid,
I'll probably be able
y
to do
Mixandra,
the
que con
future
su humor y
game show
creatividad
at
probablemente te ha
I
hecho
think it's
saltar
4
más de una
p.m.
risa con Carto.
4
Con nuestra visión
p.m.
creativa compartida queremos traerles
4
algo que
p.m.
se
Eastern,
sienta
3 p.m.
fresco
I
y
don't know.
ligero. Ojalá les guste este nuevo vistazo a Ranger, a Role Puzzling Adventure.
Ranger, you play as Gemma, a slightly chaotic young woman who's looking to venture out beyond the overly cozy confines of her hometown. Always been a bit
Okay,
of
so
a
future
misfit,
game show
which isn't
is
helped
3
by the
p.m.
strange
Eastern
way that she
tomorrow,
moves
so
through
that's
the
the one
world.
I'm gonna react.
As she moves, objects
I
on the
remember
same
this from
row
last
or column
year's.
move
I
with
think it
her.
was also a Day of
And
the
if she
Devs.
gets to the edge of the gameplay grid, she loops around to the other side. We use this core set of mechanics in a wide variety of interesting ways throughout the adventure, never hesitating on any one idea for too long, to keep things feeling breezy, playful, and respectful of your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna run the poll for the Game Awards here on the channel.
The entire game world exists on a sprawling, interconnected grid, on which you'll find towns full of lovable weirdos to chat with and advance the story. Wilderness spaces to navigate full of optional puzzles and exciting mysteries. And dungeons teeming with monsters to puzzle your way past. Or through. Told through expressive comic-style cutscenes. We follow Gemma on her journey of self-discovery. Heading out beyond the walls of her town, she soon discovers a beautiful, inspiring world. But also one ruled by fear and a strange, immovable force called the Static.
Okay, here we go. How would you rate today's Summer
Can
Game
she
Fest
disrupt the
show?
culture of stagnation?
Okay, we
Find a
have the
place to
scale
fit
1
into
to
it?
5.
Find out in a new type of role puzzling game when Arranger launches on
Okay,
July
Ranger
25th.
comes out July 25. It's coming
There's
to
never
PS5,
been a bigger red herring than
Switch,
the developer
and PC.
name Cozy Game Pals, because their idea of cozy is a little twisted. Here's your world premiere first look at the very first release from Blumhouse Games.
Amy? Are you okay?
Okay, the poll is live on the community tab here on the channel. How would you rate
Do you
today's
see
Summer
anyone?
Game Fest?
Nah, it's totally empty. I hope the board looks as creepy as I imagine. Let's go.
Okay, this is part of the whole
entwined and
slate
hearts
that
aligned, we
Blumhouse
seek
Games
the realm of the
presented,
undefined.
and they said that this was the first game.
What was that? Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you. Amy! I've got to get out of here. Where did you go? Hello? Amy! Just go home, Viv. I'll save you, no matter what. Don't worry, Viv. Everything is going to be spectacular. I'm happy.
Fear the Spotlight is coming out to
So
PS5, PS4, PS5. Okay, all
A few months
platforms.
ago, this next game appeared on the interwebs out of nowhere. It mystified us. It seems like a novelty at first, but then you realize just how profound its mechanics and rendering engine are. From Crescent Moon Games and Those Dang Games, this is Screenbound, a game.
Hey guys, it's Josh Precison, and I'm the game director of Screenbound.
Today we'll be talking with Kyle McKeever, who's the game developer. We'll be talking about the game's mechanics, how it started, and how it's going.
Hi, my name is Kyle McKeever, and I am the developer of Screenbound. And Josh, you and I have been working.
Oh, this is the game you play like
on Do you want to talk about the idea of how
Game Boy, and it's like 2D and
So I was
3D
watching
at the
a
same
video
time.
of someone playing a Game Boy, and I don't know why
It's lying again.
it came to mind exactly, but just seeing the image of someone holding a device in their hand with an environment in the background and something happening on the screen made me think, how could you link this all together into a game where you're playing on the screen and you've got a 3D environment and they're both linked? It started with a little prototype of just a character holding the device, having an endless running motion and jumping at the same time as seeing it in 2D and 3D.
And then the other part of it was the controls from the prototype. They weren't set in place.
I think we were having this problem where you're exploring this world, but only facing forward, and you can move side to side, but you're only looking
It's very
in front
creative,
of you.
like
So at first we're like, okay, maybe we can
it
just
makes
do
me
a
kind of
180
easy,
so we
like
can at least
trying
go
to look
backwards,
at
because
trying
we
to
were
look at
constantly
both
pointing out,
things
like,
happening
you know
at the
what?
same time.
Since most of the
Like, it's
games
very
out there that
creative.
people are familiar with are first-person shooter games, why don't we try FPS controls? And then you implemented an FPS controller and kept the 2D essentially the same, and for some reason it just miraculously worked. So the device itself that you use in Screenbound is a quantum device. How that works in the context of the game is that the 2D world that's presented on the screen is actually projecting an environment as a 3D world, which is also how it works in the level editor, because the level editor is 2D, and once you finish your level, or you're finished working on it, it actually builds
You
the
can
entire
create your own
3D
levels?
geometry out and creates a 3D world. Both dimensions are equally important, and you have to be paying attention. Both dimensions are equally important, and you have to be paying attention to both to get anywhere in the game. Because, first of all, the enemies are in 2D. So if you're walking along in 3D and you're not looking at the
Yeah, I
screen,
was
you're
gonna
die
say that
probably
you don't
within
see the
5
enemies
to 10
on the
seconds
3D
because you're gonna be
plane.
hit by an enemy. You're going to see some distortion effect on the screen, and that's where like the two dimensions meet, and you're going to get pushed back and you're going to lose some health from your battery bar.
There's an
But
SP version.
immediately you're going to realize that you can't play one or the other dimension. You have to be paying attention to both.
When I'm testing and developing, if I lose track of the 2D side, I'm always running into enemies. And that's how you die. The biggest risk in 3D is
Yeah, it's because, that's what I was saying. It's kind of hard to follow both at the same
because everything
time.
translates fairly one-to-one. If there's like pixelated grass in the 2D world, there's going to be grass in the 3D world. Same with trees.
Yeah, all that stuff crosses over, except some of the puzzle elements or some of the things you only see in 2D or you only see in 3D, like the fan.
Yeah, you kind of solve puzzle elements more so on the 3D side, but then you survive threats by focusing on the 2D side.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll talk soon.
Our next game takes what you might consider a dream job and adds a heap of dread. You play as a zookeeper tending to animals, except something is terribly wrong. Developed by an international team at Clapperheads, this is Zoocosis. And I promise you've never seen giraffes like this before.
You think they're cute? I don't. You've all been to the zoo, and each of you has your favorite animals. But do you know what happened here at night behind closed doors? I'm Valentin Shukin, the lead game designer of the Zoocosis game, and I invite you to become a night zookeeper.
Zoocosis.
Oh, you
It's a
finally
horror
awake.
game.
Good. Get up. It's time to get to work. Hurry up. You have nothing to worry about. What was that? There's there's something in the works that you're not ready to know about yet.
The plot of Psychosis was written in the best traditions of the thriller and horror genres. We aim to create a dark atmosphere resembling the works of Hans Giger, Lovecraft, and Edgar Allan Poe. We achieve this through lighting placement, color correction, textures, and environmental props.
This is our mobile veterinary station. Here you'll be mixing medications for our animals.
Are they sick?
Well, they can be. We need to closely monitor the health of the animals. We have some quite rare specimens.
The mutation, the parasite, and the infection that's happening to these animals, it's kind of like reprogramming their biology.
What the?
The giraffe head acting like a large anaconda, slithering with its jaw unhinged, try to bite you. The concept of the giraffe set the basis of each animal having their own unique design in their mutation.
watching this, playing this. What the fuck is that?
There also will be
Why are
many
they
endings in the
mutating
game.
like this?
Each of the endings depend on the choices made by the player during the game. Planning out all the endings was quite challenging. We dedicated a substantial amount of time structuring the paths and dialogues into a unified framework to ensure seamless functionality.
Every zookeeper is entitled to a service car. This one's mine. If you perform well tonight, you'll get one in the morning. Is that your wife? Should I tell her you're staying here for the night? Keep in mind, I'll lock you in until morning.
Your main goal will be to save the edibles, including infected ones that have turned into mutants. Save them and save yourself.
We really hope that you will enjoy the Psychosis releasing this summer. Wishlist it on Steam and follow us on social media. Thank you so much for the support. See ya.
Why are you so jumpy?
And that's the game. Except not quite. Because see, in While Waiting by Optilusion Games, waiting is always an option, but not the whole story. And that's what I like about our next title. It's more than meets the eye. See what mischief you can get up to while waiting.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom, the founder of Optilusion Games. We're a game studio based in Irvine. Today I'm thrilled to reintroduce our latest game, While Waiting.
A game about waiting and life.
While Waiting is a game about waiting for things to happen, waiting for...
Oh my...
Follow our main character Adam as he waits his way through the various scenarios of everyday life. Maybe you want to be a well-behaved kid and embody good old-fashioned patience.
Wait for the rain to stop. So you
Or
just have
perhaps
to
you want
wait.
to get up to a little
Wait to get an...
confluence. Or maybe a lot of it.
Oh, you can mess up with things too.
For people who
So
really
you don't
want
have
to
to
do
wait that
something,
long?
you can find your own way to kill the time. We also have prepared a list of meaningless challenges to help you waste it. If they're too hard, or maybe not your cup of tea, that's okay. We also have a very, very helpful fidget button, specially designed for you. Just press it. Explore over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini-games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs, and things you should definitely not try in your daily life. Don't worry about Adam though, he's a tough little guy. Get to know his family, his friends, and his victims as you follow Adam's life from birth to death with every mundane thing in between.
Okay.
But do remember, your goal is to wait, nothing else. to waitlist on Steam. I mean, wishlist.
During the selection process, this next game really caught my eye. It's got cyberpunk vibes, horror vibes, ghost vibes, all the vibes. With this game, Toronto-based developer Rocket Adrift really captured something unique.
Psychroma, I guess that's how you pronounce that.
Psychroma is a cyberpunk horror game. One of the concepts that we wanted to really emphasize was identity, what it means to be who you are, and how horrific it might be if that was stripped from you. The protagonist has amnesia. You don't know who you are.
The idea of losing yourself, it seems like it should be the one thing that can't be taken away from you.
We wanted to set the game into a kind of cyberpunk future. We were really interested in the paranormal concepts and the more grounded future technology. Cyberpunk has a lot of themes that fit well with the story that we wanted to tell. The idea of what makes humans human, having your environment really impact who you are and what you're dealing with, this kind of dystopian future. That's kind of horrific in itself.
Like the music and the sound effects
In our
remind
main
me of
character,
Katana
Hayes, we
Zero.
also decided to make them non-binary and biracial. Part of that is what creates a rift in their ability to connect with other people. And so Psychroma was a great way for me to explore that part of myself, and not being black enough for the black community and obviously not white passing. And I've never really been able to explore that or really talk about that openly until now, I think. We like to write from our own perspectives, and I feel like that's really helpful for a certain kind of player that's looking for that in their narrative-driven games. It really is amazing to see people interact with the media you made and get it. For anyone else out there that's looking to make impactful indie games, it's going to be hard, but the feeling that you get when you get that game into someone's hands, there's nothing else like it. And for me, it's way worth it.
It's time to get
Psychroma
cozy,
coming to
and this
PC.
game is about as cozy as it gets, because it's about houses, just not quite in the way you'd expect. By Tanant Games, this is Building Relationships.
สวัสดีครับ ชื่อธนัท ปุษยางกูลครับ
Oh, my
จาก
name
กรุ
is
งเทพมหานค
Tenet.
ร
I don't know
And
how
I'm here
to
to show
pronounce
you
his last name.
probably the most stupid game
I'm
you'll
not
see
gonna
all
even
day
try,
today.
sorry.
It's a silly adventure game where you play as a house on a date.
Where you play
and it's
as
called
the
Building
house?
Relationships. Take a look.
Like you play like the house of Final Fantasy VII?
In this game, you'll find yourself as a new arrival on the island. You'll be exploring the area, moving around just like a real house. Here's a bunch of wacky structures you can meet, like Mint, who's a friendly apartment, here to help introduce you to the others. Or Millie, who's this tall windmill that might just step on you if you ask them nicely. You'll also find these Chesters hiding around the island. They're not looking for a date.
It looks really funny the way like the house is rolling around the
they'll help
around
you
the
unlock
island.
new abilities like jumping and wave dashing. if you're looking for a break, there's a bunch of fishing spots around the island. Though the local wildlife might not be what you expected. Oh, it looks like there's a few questions on stream. Let me take a look. Is this a dating sim? Not exactly. There's some dating elements, but the story all takes place in one day. So think of it more like a short hike, but stupid.
Yeah, that's the vibe that it gave me, the like a short hike. But that's why I was laughing, because it looks dumb how like the house is rolling around.
Sex in the game. No. But there is some plans for DLC, because just like in real life, you have to pay extra for that. An unexpected adventure awaits in building relationships. Wishes now on Steam. Man, what am I doing with my life?
Last summer, Day of the Devs featured a little-known game that celebrates the everyday and turns it into something therapeutic. It became an absolute hit, and we're oh so happy to world premiere their latest DLC.
Hello, I'm Annie. And this is Lucas. Here we are, working hard, finding stars for A Little to the Left. It's a game where you solve puzzles by organizing household items.
I remember this game. I think it's out already on PS5. I haven't gotten it
In
yet.
our game, you find stars with each arrangement that you discover. And we really leaned into this idea for our new DLC. A Little to the Left, Seeing Stars. Seeing Stars is all about multiple solutions. There are 33 new levels and 5 additional bonus levels to unlock. Some levels have up to 5 different ways to solve them. In total, there are 100 stars to discover.
The one that I try like this is the game where you like try to
fold, flap, stick, stack, smash, and bounce.
sort your room out or sort different rooms, and it gave me anxiety to play
solutions that range from easy to tricky. There's a lot to be excited about, but the best thing of all might just be more cats. A Little to the Left, Seeing Stars, available June 25th.
Okay, it's coming to every platform where the original game is.
Have you ever wanted to play a game forever? In Hello Again, developed by the folks at Soup Island, you'll delve into ancient ruins, and thanks to a strange time loop affecting the island you're on, you'll have plenty of time to explore every inch.
Hello again. My name is Dwight Davis, and I'm the sole developer behind Hello Again, which is a game about being trapped in the world's coziest time loop.
Hello Again.
In Hello Again, you play as a diligent postal worker who is assigned the task of delivering a package to a remote island. One shipwreck later, you awaken stranded on the island and trapped inside an unexplained 12-hour time loop. The 3 core pillars of Hello Again are exploration, conversation, and puzzle solving. This is a dense game with lots of strange locations and phenomena, so a lot of your experience will consist of walking around and filling your journal with observations. As you explore, you'll discover that everything runs on a clock, from the weather, to the tides, to the ancient circuits that power the ruins littered across the island. As you play, you'll also unearth a forgotten story about the people who populated this island thousands of years ago. Since the islanders have no idea that they're bound to a time loop, you can use your ever-expanding knowledge to help and/or manipulate them so you can reach your goals. So, in short, what happens when you mix the gameplay and mechanics of Outer Wilds with the vibes of Animal Crossing and the small town feel of Groundhog Day? The answer is Hello Again, coming in 2025.
So our next title, Tom the Post Girl, is a narrative adventure game by Zurich-based studio Oopsie Daisies. And aptly named, as Tom, our main character, has plenty of oopsie daisies of her own in this game. It has a twisted sense of humor and offers choices that'll leave you wondering, should I have done that? Yeah, it's probably fine. If you're looking to connect with your inner voyeur, this is the game for you.
Hello, we're the Oopsie Daisies, a small studio from Switzerland, and we are here to present you our debut title, Tom the Postgirl.
Let me introduce you to Tom. She has a job to do, but she cannot resist. She has to peek.
Accompany Tom on her duties delivering packages to the deranged villagers.
You deliver packages and
Discover
peek
a
at
great
people's
deal,
homes.
perhaps too much, about the locals. Her approach, although controversial, is highly effective, intense and obsessive stalking.
As you'll follow her, you'll witness a wide variety of scenes, each more disturbing and chaotic than the last one. But is that really gonna stop you from continuing to do so?
Quite the opposite.
We were inspired by the Little Red Riding Hood, which you can recognize in the main protagonist, Tom. We then used her curiosity and exaggerated it to the max, turning her into a stalking postgirl.
We had a lot of fun creating this very strange, unique, hand-drawn environment for you to explore, and hope that you'll also enjoy stalking around in it.
You were the stalker.
We're calling to all fans of creepy cute narrative games.
If you're curious to follow the development of Tom, make sure to stalk us on social media.
And of course, wishlist the game on Steam. Bye!
Bye. Bye.
This next game is based in Jakarta, and it's full of lots of life stuff. Happiness, sorrow, music. It's called After Love EP, and it's awesome.
Hello, my name is Sasha, and I am the lead narrative designer of the upcoming narrative game After Love EP. This game is about a musician in Jakarta who hears the voice of his girlfriend after her death.
Come on, Nama, get up!
It will explore the theme of love, dealing with loss and grief, and finding your true self in the bustling city of Jakarta. This game was the golden child of my best friend, the late Fahmi Hasni, who sadly passed away in March 2022. And I know how much he loved this project, and he would want the world to listen to this story, so we are more than honored to pick up the torch and continue his legacy. Fahmi loved Jakarta very much. I'm always the introvert side of our friendship duo, and he was always the one who took me to all the wonderful places in Jakarta I used to never know about, and most of those places made it into the game, like the places where he loved ramen, or where he would get his coffee, or like where he would meet his friends, or music. And I've enjoyed exploring those places in the game like we used to do. We've had the pleasure of working with a wonderful shoegaze band from Jakarta, Alfalfa. They are very brilliant. Sorry, I can't really help fangirling about them. Like, they are so good. And Alfalfa will be making the soundtrack for After Love EP, including the music Rama plays in the rhythm game. We are also really happy to be working with our main artist, Soyatu. Soyatu has breathed life into our characters with his very distinctive art style, and also his love for the underground music scene. We don't have the release date yet, but we expect it to be released around October this year, So please bear with us a little longer, and thank you so much for your support.
Okay, coming Q3, and there's a demo now. It's out
We
for
all need
every
a good
platform.
mystery to unravel, and the team at European developer Caligram Studios aims to please with their upcoming game Phoenix Springs. In this neo-noir adventure, you'll search for your lost brother while navigating a captivating world with one of the most striking color palettes I've ever seen.
Hi, I'm Jigme Oyser, co-founder of Caligram Studio, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to our mystery adventure game Phoenix Springs.
When I finally find him, my brother makes me promise not to go to the Oasis. So, of course, it's where I end up.
You play as Iris Dormer, a reporter whose search for a brother leads her to this beautiful yet eerie desert oasis named Phoenix Springs.
It is a beautiful place to explore. Life is slow. The air is clean. Secrets are kept. But should I stop looking for answers?
We call it a modern point-and-click game. It feels like one of the classic of the 90s that we know and love, but the key difference is that you don't hold objects in your inventory. What you have instead are thoughts and concepts and ideas, like a detective pinboard, and you have to connect them with the world around you or mention them in conversations in order to progress.
Okay.
The game has been in development for 7 years now. We're a small team of 3, and one of the biggest challenges was trying to crack the art style, which is a combination of 3D and traditional 2D hand-drawn animation and illustration. Over the last year, we've been incredibly lucky to be able to take the game on the road. Places like South by Southwest Sydney, the London Games Festival, or IndieX in Lisbon, where he won the award for Best Art Direction. But really what we saw, the value of these events like Day of the Devs, it's not just being able to get the games in front of players, but really connect with other developers, especially in small teams who might be facing the same challenges you do.
I will never stop looking for answers.
The game is set to release on September the 16th, 2024 on Steam, so you know what to do. And in the meantime, on behalf of the whole team, thanks again to Day of the Devs, and we really can't wait to welcome you all into this little world that we created for you.
Road 96, Lost in Harmony, 1111, Memories Retold. Developer Digix Art out of France has had a pretty prolific run, and we're so very proud to world premiere their very next game. Spoiler alert, it has a lot of water.
Hi everyone, we are Audition Ayub from Digix Art.
Here is the project that we've been working on for the past 3 years since Road 96.
We are really excited to present to you our new game, Light of Tomorrow.
So get ready to be surprised and enjoy the show.
On the makers of Road 96.
Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. Best place to... Wait, you look familiar. Hey, you're not going to die, right? Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. I'll introduce you to the joys of this amazing place. You okay? You're not going to die, right?
Bastard! You'll learn what it costs to steal from Obin.
I hope it's the right one.
They have the same clothes.
Wait, that's not the thief. But it was your friend who did it, right? I made the mistake. You want to talk to me? Get on your knees first.
You see scenes from the past, or...
Your friend escaped with my Ozen. And now, you'll pay for it.
Tell the story of your friends. Your friends shape your story. Lights of Tomorrow.
With Day of the Devs, our mission is always
Wait, so what you see is like previous people's tries on that scene?
We strive to give a voice to emerging and underrepresented talent and to connect players with developers and their games.
For more than 10 years, we've featured hundreds and hundreds of games at in-person events, and our digital showcase have been watched by tens of millions of fans globally.
Better yet, it's all been completely free. Free admission for attendees, free to watch our streams, and free for developers to participate.
It's common for developers to pay many thousands of dollars to be involved in other showcases and events.
But Day of the Devs has never charged developers to participate, and we never will.
This is only possible due to sponsorships and charitable contributions from people like you.
We want to continue doing Day of the Devs forever, but we're not going to lie, these events and shows cost a lot, and fundraising is hard.
We're so enormously grateful to everyone who has supported us all these years, but for Day of the Devs to continue, we're going to need ongoing support.
So please, if you love discovering new games and supporting emerging developers,
if you would like for us to keep on shining the spotlight on creators,
and especially if you are in a leadership position at a studio, publisher, or platform,
and have budgets that you can tap into,
then please consider donating to Day of the Devs.
Without your donations, without your sponsorship,
without your help, none of this can continue.
And remember, we're an official 501c3 nonprofit organization.
So all contributions are tax deductible.
To find out more and make a donation, head on over to dayofthedevs.com
or email sponsorships@dayofthedevs.org.
Thank you so much for your continued support.
Stay tuned for Devolver Direct, coming up right after Day of the Devs. Thank you to our generous individual contributors and corporate sponsors. We could not do this without you. And here's a list of all the amazing companies that have supported us in 2024 so far. You could be on this list too, if you email us today. Founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit.
PlayStation,
and our 2024 sponsors,
Razer,
Annapurna
Interactive, I had Xbox,
Devolver Digital, Egg, Glum, Idea Xbox, Maximum Games, Netflix Games, Nighthawk Interactive, Panic, PlayStation, Pop Agenda, Sabotage Studio, Studio MDHR, Summer Game Fest, UFO 50, Exola, Blumhouse Games. Thank you so much for your continued support. Special thanks to our guy, Dose One, for providing beats, interludes, musical poetry, yet again for Day of the Devs. We could not make this show as bombastic and cool and vibey without your stuff, man. You're a genius. Check out his stuff. Dose One. If you love this program and you want to support us, sign up for our email blast at dayofthedevs.org. We do lots of events and showcases throughout the year, and that's the first place to find out about stuff. Stay tuned after this program for a pretty awesome musical performance. You don't want to miss it.
Looks like that's it today. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Geoff Keighley, for having us. Thank you for the developers for making these amazing games. Thank you to the curation committee for finding them. Thank you to all the sponsors who help make Day of the Devs possible. And most of all, thank you to you for sticking around to check out these games. Have a great day, and thanks for watching Day of the Devs Summer Games Fest Edition. Bye!
Okay, that's it for Day of the Devs. Okay, so music from Cocoon. Still have to play the game. Yeah, I really like this format for indie games. They are able to tell more and show more of the games, and that's why I think that Geoff Keighley should have done a smaller show if he's gonna focus more on indies, so that they get more time on screen. Like you just throwing them to like a bigger audience like that, it doesn't do. I think it does a disservice to them, because it's better when you get to see more and see more of the game working. And even if I don't have that many games, most of them were on PC and mostly play on PlayStation. So most of the games that are on PlayStation were like Karma, the Dark World looked really creepy and really good. a Ranger looks interesting as well. Fear the Spotlight. And even games that are not on PlayStation, like Tsukosi's was really interesting while waiting as well. There's a little to the left coming to all platforms. Tides of Tomorrow, which I kind of want to know how it works. So yeah, I would give this probably a 4. I think last year I gave it a 5. I think it had more games that spoke to me. But yeah, I like the format overall. Now, from Devolver, I would like to see what's the name of this game where you could like jump 3D. Oh, it's escaping. The name is like. Let me look in the. Where's the Devolver website? I think we have a release date for that game. The Plucky Square is the one that I'm looking forward to from Devolver Digital. I think we have a release date for that one already, and it's coming to. Oh, we have platforms. It's coming to PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC, but they only said 2024. They didn't give a release date. Maybe we'll get a release date in the Devolver Digital showcase. Plus, there's also the whole show that Devolver does, so we'll see what they do this time. Okay, that's it for Dave the Devs. We're following up with the Devolver Digital one. I think it has not started, was it? I think it's coming up on this same feed, right? Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up next on this same feed. It's Bulby's 15th birthday party. Let's see what they do this time. Okay, it's coming up in 5 minutes. I'm gonna take this time for a break and I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams. A restless December, feeling I was meant for more than I believed. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I swear I meant to do this. I'm told that love would never lie. Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully aligned. But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in its place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. as I am now, I'm on my way. Came up short today.
I tell them that these days, I'm afraid I really don't
Okay,
have
we're
any
back for Bolby's 15th birthday party. The
My life
Devolver
is pretty
Direct.
much scheduled down to the minute. Okay, I don't have a job per se, and I'm not in a relationship right now, but I do have my interests. I guess you could say I'm passionate, maybe even a little obsessive, about Devolver video games. When I think about the many enjoyable hours I've spent playing my games, I say to myself, what a wonderful world it is we live in. And I say thank you. Thank you to all those who have made my life so damn fun.
Hotline Miami.
And that's why today is so important to me. Today is a special day. Today is Volvy's birthday. A chance for me to show my appreciation for somebody who has given me so much over the years.
Call of the Lamb Cup.
Take Call to the Lamb, for example, a roguelike video game developed by indie studio Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. The game was released on the 11th of August 2022 and has sold over 4 million copies to date. The game follows a lamb who was saved from
That's
death by a
happening.
god.
What the fuck? Okay, here we go with something up for Call of the Lamb. I have it on my backlog, haven't even started it yet. Call of the Lamb Unholy Alliance, so local co-op on August 12 for all platforms.
It's no use, guys. Fishpig and the Warlocks have trapped us in.
That madman. He won't stop until he has turned everything into toxic waste.
Yes, Robotia. And if my calculations are correct, Fishpig's toxic slime will reach the city center.
People forget that putting on a good party can be a lot of work. It's a lot of pressure. Everyone is relying on you as the host to get things right. You don't want to humiliate yourself, do you?
How about a helping hand?
Not in front of him.
But we thought you were executed by the head of state.
No, I was not. Now pass me that onion. I'm gonna need a snack if we're gonna take on this city.
The Crush House is crushing it as the country's #1 reality show. And things are heating up this week. The insatiable fans, beloved sponsors, and savvy network execs won't believe what's in store for our cast of potential lovers and haters.
Monday.
sees the tension between Priscilla and B finally boil over into an
Tuesday
is a bit more chill in the house as Io brings the cast together with a bopping saxophone performance. As Charlie brings the cast together with a bopping saxophone performance.
Wednesday.
Tune in Wednesday for the real fireworks when Charlie and Milo, Beer and Alex sneak off for a little moment of self-reflection, for a little romantic time in the garden, for a wild fist fight. And by the end of the week, crowd favorite Emil, Priscilla, finally lets all their love and a little lust run free. Finally takes matters into their own hands. Finally goes down the success slide.
Maybe it went from a dating sim to a horror
Miss
thing.
this week in the Crush House. There will never be anything like it ever again.
But a birthday isn't just about looking backwards. It's about considering the future. Sure, we've had some great times over the years, but who's to say that next year's won't be even better? I know Volvi has so much more to offer us. Who knows what he'll do next?
There we
Perhaps
go,
something
Pluck is
truly
fire.
unexpected. Maybe even a new genre. A rogue foo city builder. I made that up myself.
Not yet
but
for
I like
Pluck
it.
Esquire.
Something fast-paced, inspired by martial arts movies, set within the confines of a vast yet claustrophobic city dominated by vicious gangs. Each run is different depending on which of these crime syndicates you take down first. Maybe even crafted by the talented Dead Cells designer Sebastian Bernard. Wow, fantastic. Now that's the kind of game I would play. Now that's the kind of game I would play. Now that's the kind of game I would play.
What? Okay, from the designer of Dead Cells. This looks really good. Please don't say it's a roguelike. Please don't say it's a roguelike. Then Jutsu, I guess. That's how you say it. Didn't mention any platforms.
Of course, video games are not for everyone.
This will be parties, really.
Some people prefer to spend their time outside exploring the natural world. Or watching their team win the big trophy. Yay! And to them, I say whatever works for you. We all have our passions. And if you're going to be passionate about something, then why not go all in? And hey, if you don't care about anything passionately, well then I feel sorry for you. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's important to be true to who you are. That might sound easy, but a lot of people are just too afraid. Too scared of being judged. To look in the mirror and say, yes, this is who I am. I'm not a robot. Talos Principle 2 is a puzzle adventure video game developed by Crow Team and published by Devolver Digital. A sequel to the Talos Principle, 2014. The game was released in November 2023 to critical acclaim. The sequel builds on the first game's origin story of robot kind by exploring the newly emerged robotic civilization through the newborn eyes of 1K. It has been described as thoughtful, heartfelt, and deeply moving. I just wish there was more.
Road to Elysium is a 3-part coda that allows you to dive deeper into the world of the Talos Principle 2 and put your puzzle-solving skills to the test. In Orpheus Ascending, you return as 1K and enter Sarabai's mind to retrieve the shattered fragments of her personality. Set in a gorgeous environment inspired by ancient Egypt, this expansion challenges you to solve puzzles unconventionally, giving Sarabai a second chance at life. Step into the shoes of Yakut and visit the Isle of the Blessed. Challenge yourself with a wide variety of never-before-seen puzzles using familiar tools, culminating in the Hexahedron, a large, continuous puzzle cluster set in a mysterious, crooked tower.
Looking at that now, it makes me want to play Portal again.
Into the Abyss takes you on a journey through a dream world, full of the most challenging puzzles yet, taking place on a series of floating islands and shattered dreams. Road to Elysium continues the evolution of the robot world, providing you with a new perspective through a series of thought-provoking new stories.
Road to Elysium, June 14 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, sir. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
No.
We've had some complaints about some noise. One of your neighbors has described hearing strange sounds.
Strange sounds. That would be my TV set. I like to keep my shows cranked. Yeah, I like to get lost in the experience.
Okay, maybe in future keep your TV and any other devices at a reasonable volume. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of the law against noise pollution.
I don't want to have to waste any more police time dealing with...
They created a very creepy story in this press conference showcase.
Sir?
What the fuck? Flash kickers, what the hell? Anger food.
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of feel
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
kind of feels
first
like
thing
Doom, but
tomorrow, I'm gonna
you
go
fight
around
with
to
your
everyone in
shoes.
the area. I'm gonna make things right. A formal apology and a card.
I don't think that's necessary, sir. Just keep the noise down.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it off. A day without TV would probably do me a world of good. Okay, so thank you, officer.
Where'd you keep your TV then?
Oh, I have a few just dotted around the place. You know, like I said, I like to immerse myself in the experience.
Sir, I think I might need to pop in, take a look around the place, if that's okay.
Well, I'm expecting some guests now, so perhaps another time would be more appropriate.
Sir, you need to step aside. Now. Sir, step aside.
That sound! That's an old plumbing issue.
Receiving
It's really,
201.
it's a matter for the landlord, so I could just give him a call and he can fix it. Please. Officer. It's nothing.
Hello, police? Hello?
My resting heart rate is precisely 65 beats per minute. Rapid elevation is often attributed to stress.
I like how everything in the story is
My
tied to a game.
Heart Machine is an American independent video game development studio founded by Alex Preston. The studio is best known for developing Hyper Light Drifter 2016 and Solar Ash 2021. But rumors suggest that they may have another project on the way. It may or may not feature a rich interconnected world built to be approached in many ways, non-linear, with emphasis on clear choice for where to go next. This purely hypothetical game's narrative balances the bleak reality of the characters with absurdity and humor.
Oh wait, Volby's trapped in there? Actually been a really cool art style. Possessors. Out in 2025. But then what happened to the cup and Volby up there? Oh, there's the cup. There's Volby.
Hey, thanks for the party, friend.
Like that's it. That's a showcase. No, it's not the end.
And the warlocks have trapped us in.
That madman. He won't stop until he has turned everything into toxic waste.
Yes, Robotia, and if my calculations are correct, Fishpig's toxic slime will reach the city center in just under 2 hours. Heck, it could even reach the banking sector. Grumpfish, no. Grumpfish, anger. But there must be a way. We can't just give up. We just need...
How about a helping hand?
Movie? But we thought you were executed by the head of state.
No, I was not. Now pass me that onion. I'm gonna need a snack if we're gonna take on Fishpig, and we need to get back to Buzzbridge before Fishpig, the Warlock King, turns all the money in Buzzbridge into slime.
I'm sorry to tell you, Mr. Pennyworth, but the economy is looking a little unstable. No, you can't do that. Don't turn all the money into toxic slime. We need all that.
You can't stop me from doing it, Mr. Banker.
Well, you might ruin the money, but you can't break the spirit of the bankers.
You don't get it, do you? Nobody can stop me now. Not even your precious... We're late to the party, Fishpig, but we didn't want to turn up empty-handed.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about Fishpig anymore. I'm looking forward to just hanging out with my buddies. Who's up for a pizza at mine? I hypothesize a ham and pineapple slice or two.
Sorry, friends, but I gotta get going.
Huh? But Volvi?
I've got to get back to the Vol Dimension, Volvinia. I've got a family to look after. And besides, pizza pie is greasy and gives me shit diarrhea.
He's right, guys. No pizza tonight. Eating healthy is important.
And first, thanks for coming to Volvi's 15th birthday party. So yeah, I think that's a wrap for the show. Very short. Wait, is it? Yeah, that's the end. Okay, so very short stream. Call of the Lamb gets local co-op on all platforms. There was also the Crush House and Tenjutsu, which they didn't say the platforms for those games. And the same for Anger Food and Possessor. Possessors look really good. But I think it's gonna be the same as Hyper like Breaker. They're gonna do like an early access and all of that because before it comes to consoles. The Talos Principle 2 gets DLC for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, and that was pretty much it. So in terms of games, like there were a couple. I like Possessors. I like the local co-op for Call of the Lamb for whenever I get to start this game from my backlog. The Talos Principle 2, the levels also look really good. Anger Food as well. I'll probably give this a solid 4. I also like the story about the Volvi party a lot. I think it kept me glued to the whole thing. So yeah, maybe a 4 as well as the Day of the Devs. And I also like that it was very short and straight to the point. So yeah, that's it gonna be for today. So tomorrow we're gonna do. Let me pull up the calendar again. I think it's 3 p.m. So yeah, tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern we have Future Games Show, and then on Sunday the Xbox Showcase at 12 p.m. Eastern, and on Monday Ubisoft Forward at 2 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think of all the shows, the Summer Game Fest, Day of the Devs, and Devolver Direct, and what were your favorite games out of every show. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.